you know the 5 most dramatic moments in F1 history? These events are full of major accidents, fires, drivers emerging from the wreckage, and championship shock. First one might be the most dramatic event in F1 history. Don't forget to watch the video until the end and subscribe. We'll start with the unfortunate incident that befell Mercedes driver Valtteri Bottas in 2021 in 5th place. This event went down in history as the world's longest pit stop. Why? While the race was proceeding normally, Mercedes called Valtteri into the pits. Once in, his front right tire wouldn't come off.
Valtteri Bottas now pits for Mercedes, so they brought Hamilton in, and a lap later in comes Valtteri Bottas, and it's the hard tire too, but
front's not even off yet.
They can't get the right front off.
Despite the mechanic's best efforts, the tire was stuck to the car, and Bottas, unable to move for a long time, couldn't understand what was happening. The Mercedes team finally found a solution by retiring Bottas from the race. The reason the tire wouldn't come off was that the lug nut had melted and fused due to the high heat, and the tire was finally removed 43 hours later at the Mercedes factory. Tension between 2 world champions in 4th place. Small altercation occurred between Vettel and Hamilton at the 2017 Baku GP, and the reason is quite surprising. As they approached the safety car exit, Hamilton, who was in front of Vettel, braked suddenly, causing Vettel to collide with him. Vettel, unable to understand what had happened, was shocked and extremely angry. He was so angry that he went alongside Hamilton and hit his car, saying the following on the radio.
Ray, he brake tested me. What the is going on?
This event thus became one of the dramatic events remembered in F1 history. Now let's move on to number 3. The horrific accident between Verstappen and Hamilton at the Monza GP had a huge impact on the championship. Hamilton and Verstappen entered a corner at the same time. Suddenly, Max found himself on top of Hamilton.
Behind Hamilton, into the first chicane once again, it's wheel to wheel, Hamilton and Verstappen, and this time Verstappen and Hamilton have crashed out, and they are both out!
Hamilton could have been seriously injured in this terrible accident, and thankfully, Halo saved his life. Next, we come to what is perhaps one of the biggest accidents in F1 history. At the 2020 Bahrain GP, Romain Grosjean had a massive crash on the very first lap. The car went off the road, crashed into the barriers, and burst into flames. Leaving everyone in shock. They thought they had lost the driver, but Roman was fighting for his life inside the car. The session was stopped and rescue efforts began. After a long time, Roman escaped from the barrier he was trapped in, leaping out of the flame. But how did he survive? Halo was at work again, creating a life-saving space between the driver and the barrier. Thanks to its impact resistance, it managed to protect the driver, allowing him to get out of the car without even a scratch. Without Halo, he might not be alive right now. Grosjean escaped this accident with minor burns and was unable to race for a while. And now, to the most dramatic moment in world racing history. 2021 Abu Dhabi GP, the final race, and 2 champions tied on points at the top, and scandalous decisions on the final lap. Max and Lewis entered the final race of the championship tied on points, and the most dramatic moment of the final race occurred. Williams driver Latifi had an accident very close to the finish, and the safety car was deployed. Max had lapped several cars ahead of him, and catching Hamilton would have been very difficult. Instructions came from race control, and the cars were asked to complete their laps. At this point, Max pitted and changed his tires, while Hamilton remained on track. After this decision, the Mercedes team was shocked, and Max, with his new tires, caught Hamilton off guard.
To the final lap of this race, and Verstappen sets after Hamilton. Is it going to be a first world championship for Verstappen? Is it going to be an 8th world championship for Lewis Hamilton? Where can Verstappen try and get past Hamilton? First overtaking zone is normally down into turn 5. Is Verstappen far enough back? He's going to make the lunge down the inside. Hamilton sees him coming. It's a late lunge by Verstappen, who takes the lead of the race. Verstappen now snatches the championship trophy from Lewis Hamilton, who's trying to fight back.
An incredible finish. Perhaps the most controversial final lap in F1 history, but such an ending was fitting for both drivers. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe and watch my shorts videos. See you again, Apex Grid followers.